It's Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News, the Improv Comedy News Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News, the show where we read a news story and then improvise scenes about it. And I'm Alec, and I'm here with my special guest once again.
Lara, hi!
Yeah.
I'm a German voice actress, and I voice characters in the Amazing Digital Circus, and Murder Drones, and One Piece.
I didn't know you did Amazing Digital Circus as well.
I did.
Which character do you do?
It's a spoiler.
I mean,
it's out already,
I was going to say, I may not care. I was just curious, because I'm wondering if because I am friends with a lot of the English voice actors.
Oh, you might be.
Whether one of my friends is your English counterpart.
They might be.
But I also don't know that many of the Amazing Digital Circus characters, so...
I see. Yeah, no, my character is only in episode 8 and only for a very short period of time, too. But, yeah, I don't want to spoil her for anyone who hasn't seen her yet.
We will not spoil Amazing Digital Circus.
We won't. You should watch
this episode.
That's right.
You'll have to wait for the episode called
This
entire episode is spoilers for Amazing Digital Circus.
We should do that after the last episode premieres. That's actually kind of funny.
Right, like an hour before the last episode premieres. And then we'll clip only those spoilers and post them all over the internet.
It's just theories.
Yeah.
It's not even real.
Yeah, exactly. But we have insider information from you.
Yeah, I don't want to break contract, though. Maybe not.
But it would be so funny.
It would be, but it's not several thousand of euros funny.
Fair.
I think.
Or is it? So on the note of... I feel like there's a segue here somewhere that I'm not finding, but... You can imagine the segue when I read the title of the article, and that there's definitely some kind of segue between breaking a contract as an artist for it being funny and the title of this article. Sausage art display eaten by gallery visitors. There are no rules.
It's just like the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9.
Yeah, the one where that artist creates an entire art gallery full of sausages, and then everyone comes in and eats it. Yeah,
for 1 hour.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that episode, sorry for the spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah, who would have thought the sausage would get eaten?
Oh, just you imagine that's not actually what happens in the episode.
It becomes canon because of this episode.
I remember sharing a picture of Jax getting peeled. Like one of the characters getting peeled with the director of the German dub, and he saw the picture and was like, "Oh, that actually happens in the next episode."
Right. So you've already spoiled someone once.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, he just saw the picture.
He spoiled me.
Oh, he spoiled you. Ah, okay.
But it's okay since it's all under contract.
Yeah, okay. But that episode is out now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I wouldn't. I don't know anything about it, or do I?
None of us know anything. We just give you the impression of knowing things, but actually it's all made up.
We're just confusing you enough.
There's not even a circus in Amazing Digital Circus. It's more like an Amazing Digital Carnival.
Sure. You didn't watch it, right?
Not yet. I've seen, I think, episode 1.
Okay.
All right. The artist handcrafted the local sausages herself at a local butcher's before incorporating them into various artistic pieces throughout the exhibition space.
Oh, wow.
An art made display from real sausages has been eaten by gallery visitors. A Belgian artist displayed the piece made entirely from droogewurst, a traditional dry-cured sausage popular in Flanders, at the city's Biekorf Center.
Yes, you're doing so well.
This is Dutch, so I don't know if either of us know the correct pronunciation. Yeah, droogewurst, the Dutch for dry sausage, is a traditional air-dried cured pork or beef sausage from the Netherlands, often spiced with cloves, nutmeg, and pepper. The incident occurred at Sarah van Doyensen's show Inventing Obsessions, where the project was displayed to members of the public.
She invented the obsession of eating sausages. It sounds tasty.
I feel like an obsession with eating sausages has been around in especially Germany for a little bit longer than Sarah here. Oh, God, I'm going to have to say this name a bunch of times, aren't I?
Van Duysen.
Miss Van Duysen said quite a few of these sausages are already gone. Presumably, some visitors couldn't help themselves. She added, I feel like I should have tried to do it in a Dutch accent.
Maybe don't. That could go horribly wrong.
I also never said it wasn't allowed. In art, there are no rules.
Yeah.
The point is that we feed the people. If not with the spirit, then with the stomach.
I like that, actually.
Yeah. I didn't feel comfortable with the fact that there was a lot of food hanging there and that many people were suffering from hunger. As far as I'm concerned, people who are hungry are absolutely welcome to eat from it.
Heck yeah.
I'm kind of getting the impression that she made the exhibition without the intention of it being edible.
Yeah.
But then it became eaten and she just was like, whatever.
Yeah, she was like, okay, that's actually cool too.
Yeah.
This is art.
Imagine like, I don't know. I guess like sound and voice art is a little bit different, but like
Imagine getting your voice eaten.
Imagine you just like painted like a portrait of someone and they were like, they loved it and they were like really impressed by it, but then they just started eating it and you're just like, nah, as long as you're enjoying it, good for you.
Honestly, didn't you ever see art so good you wanted to eat it?
I don't know if well, I guess other than food art, I don't know if I've seen non-food art that was so good that I wanted to eat it.
I really want to eat the entirety of Steven Universe, except Future.
Eat the entirety of Steven Universe.
Yeah, it seems tasty.
Give me a run of like, what's the 3-course meal that Steven Universe would be?
I think it would just all be macarons.
All be macarons.
Very, very different macarons.
Okay.
And a little bit of depression. Depression.
Covered in sparkles and glitter and a little bit of... But then you open it up and on the inside it's like...
depression.
Black goo, yeah.
It's like me.
Takes me back to when I was in high school and I realized that everything in the world was so happy, which made me realize how dark the middle of my soul is.
Sure. Gravity Falls would taste like smoked sausages, but like a really good one.
Would it?
I don't know. Probably.
I feel like
the colors.
Gravity Falls would taste like to me, like I think of Gravity Falls, I would be like, I feel like that would taste like barbecued frog.
Why frog?
Because it's like, it's a little bit weird.
Oh, yes.
But it tastes like something familiar, which is chicken.
Yes. Did you ever eat frog?
I have. I had frog in Japan.
Yes, I ate it here too. It's good.
Yeah.
You can get it at Malatangs here.
Ah.
It's really good.
Really
it's really tasty.
Does kind of taste like chicken. Like surprisingly so.
Like
it's just
chicken.
A little bit like chewier, I guess.
Yeah, it's like snails tasting like mussels, but just earth.
Yeah. To be fair, I've only eaten snails once, and it was snails from Caesarea, which is like the super cheap, like budget family restaurant in Japan. So I don't know if I have the best impression of what snails are.
What kind of snails? Water snails?
I literally have no idea. It was just called escargot.
Oh, escargot should be Weinbergschnecke. Yeah.
That one.
The big one.
Maybe, but also you got to remember this is super cheap escargot from a budget family restaurant in Japan.
Yeah, so
it could be anything. It might not have even been snail.
It might have been Gravity Falls. Anyways, the artist handcrafted the sausages herself at a local butcher's before incorporating them into various artistic pieces throughout the exhibition space. The work attracting the most attention was constructed from
hanging Drogerwurst suspended in a freestanding doorway.
Yeah, honestly, who wouldn't just...
Yeah. It's like you're walking through it. All you got to do is just open your mouth a little bit. And... Another display transformed cured meat into candles, while one reimagined an old-school photograph with sausages standing in for the pupils in the original image. Some more displays showed the food incorporated into a stained glass window.
I wonder if they ate them too. Like just breaking open the glass. Emergency sausages.
I was just imagining like I don't know, just like a food family on like school picture day. They're dressing up the kid and he's like nervous, and then they get all of the food into order of height so that they know, who to stand at the back and who to stand at the front. And so you've got like some like little meatballs at the front, and then at the back you've got like the big long sausages. I don't know. That
sounds tasty.
Funny thought. It does sound tasty, actually.
Right. I might have to get some sausages after this.
There should be a restaurant that serves all of its food to you presented as if the food was a family of 5.
Why a family of 5?
Because that's the size of family I grew up with. So I'm biased.
That's fair.
Actually, I want to see a scene in the family restaurant.
The family restaurant.
The family restaurant.
All right.
Hello, madam. Please come on in. Take a seat.
Yes, of course. Kids, come along. Okay.
This is your first time here at the family restaurant?
Yes, it is. It is. I even brought my family.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Oh, you're not the traditional family of 5. You're a single mother with 4 children.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. I bumped my head.
Now, no crying in the family restaurant. It's a happy place. We have a wonderful menu. We have beautiful choices for your children. First off, I'd like to say, would you like something to start? Perhaps a family wine?
Sure, of course.
Great.
Maybe not for the children, though.
No. The wine itself is a family.
I see.
Are you familiar with the Russian dolls?
I know about them. Okay, honey. They're called Matroskas.
Matroska dolls, exactly.
Yeah.
Your child seems smarter than you are, madam, not to be rude.
I mean, they're in school. I'm not.
Good point. Education, am I right?
Education.
So the wine that we serve here is kind of like a Matroska doll in that we pop the cork, we pull it out, we pour it out until the next bottle of wine falls out. That one's slightly smaller. Then we pop that one, pour that one out until the next bottle of wine falls out. Mm-hmm. And that happens 5 times. The last one is more like a shot.
Oh, I see. That sounds very interesting. How would it fit?
Unlike a traditional wine bottle, this one's actually wider at the top than it is at the bottom. It's kind of like a reverse bottle.
I see. A family bottle.
A family bottle, indeed.
A family bottle, yeah,
yes,
sure.
Much like how your family is somewhat of the reverse of a traditional family.
Yes, they're also pretty wide.
I wasn't calling your children fat, madam, but
that's okay.
If you would like to do that, we don't have any rules here at our restaurant. We consider our restaurant art, and in art there is no rules. So if you want to call your children fat, please call your children fat. I won't stop you. So, for your fat children...
Only I can do that.
Apologies.
No, you're born.
For your children, might I suggest our meat platter? Family meat platter.
Of course. What is it meat from?
It's meat from, the parents are a mummy sausage and a daddy sausage, and then we have 3 little child meatballs to go with them.
Do you have something more diverse?
Something more diverse, of course. Yes. Art is about inclusion and celebrating the differences between us all. We also have a plate of salami. We figure, much like the world, we would just take a bunch of the same thing and put it in one place and then give it to you and say this is a family.
That sounds just like my family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Bring out the salami and the wine.
Great. A plate of salami.
Beautiful.
And a bottle of Matroska wine.
Could you pour it for me, please?
Of course. Glug, 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 glug.
Wow.
Oh, there's the second bottle.
Ooh.
Let me get this open. And glug, 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 glug. Oh, there's the third bottle. And glug, glug. Oh, there's the fourth bottle. And glug. Oh, there's the fifth bottle. And
it stopped.
yes, we only have one glass in because of the arrangement of the wine bottles with having so much glass within the glass. An entire bottle actually only fills a single glass of wine.
That's very clever.
I will say thank you. Personally, I feel it's not great for the environment.
I mean,
but
families aren't either.
No, that's true. Sometimes art and family is about sacrifice. And if we have to sacrifice the environment for our art and our family, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Sure.
Now, finally, madam, I would like to know, what would you like for dessert?
The strudel, please.
The strudel.
The family strudel.
The family strudel, wonderful choice. Yes, this one is made from a family of 5 people.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified.
Yes. Yes, this one, no gimmicks or kinks. We actually just have a family of 5 out the back that we will push into the meat grinder and then fold them into a strudel for you.
I wonder where you get them.
We have a family farm. We're a family-owned business. Scene.
Shit. Oof.
A family farm.
We have a family farm. I think this was a plot point in BoJack Horseman, actually.
I was going to say, it's actually like an offshoot restaurant from the Promised Neverland.
Oh, yes. I see. Family farm.
Is there a BoJack Horseman episode where they raise people on a farm?
They raise chickens on a farm, which are people, because the animals in BoJack Horseman are people.
Yeah, okay.
And they're modified chickens, so they are stupid and don't notice that they're being raised to be killed. But they're people still.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
So actually, I haven't read this myself, but it was recounted to me from a friend who was telling me about when he was reading the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books.
Oh, yes.
And apparently in one of them, there's, I think they call it the restaurant at the edge of the universe.
Yes, yeah.
Which is a restaurant where all of the cows are bred to want to be eaten.
Oh.
And so they like come into the restaurant and like talk to the customers and like tell them about themselves to try and get
cool with this.
It's quite like that. I was gonna say again, I don't know if I'm depicting this accurately because it's secondhand info, but I got the impression it was almost a little bit like a strip club where the girls kind of come up and convince you to buy a lap dance. The cows kind of come up and convince you to eat their beef.
I mean, they don't have to do many sales.
I mean, true. But at the same time, when you got like so many to pick from, it's like, you know, you want to eat the cow that you feel like you have a connection with, you know?
I don't know if I would. I think I would eat the one that's racist.
only eat the cows that are racist. I was gonna say maybe that's a mentality that this restaurant could apply to its family farm. Have the family come in and talk to the customers, and only you only decide to eat the family that you feel like you have a special connection with.
Jesus. It's dark.
I was gonna say I could keep reading the article. I kind of want to do a scene about that. But if it's too dark, we can move on.
No, I'm okay with that.
Hello. Yes. My name is Stephen, I'm one of your potential suitors, let's say, for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? What brings you to this part of the East Coast?
Well, I actually a so-called Disney adult. I live at the Disney parks. That's why I got a lot of money. That's why I'm here.
How wonderful.
Right. Did you ever watch Disney movies growing up?
I did, yes.
Yes,
I
yeah.
was quite a fan of The Lion King.
Yeah.
I found it profound and the story of overcoming sadness to take control, which is how I kind of feel about my story. See, I was employed by this restaurant after my mother died of black lung. Callback to previous episode. And I thought, what am I going to do? All alone? Need to make a living for myself? I want to find a job. And I decided, no. I want to be eaten.
Yeah, I mean, you do you. I think it's lovely you're here. How
Thank
are your
you.
lungs doing?
Oh, they're much better now. This place treats me very, very well.
Okay.
I get the most wonderful grass. Very, very well kept. As you can see, they groom me nicely.
Yes,
Let me
indeed. Wow.
work out,
yes,
and
it's
then
really shiny.
Not too much, though. It can't get too tough.
Yes, of course it would be too tough.
So, what kind of would you mind describing your palate to me, madame? Maybe I can see if my rump is a match for your tastes.
I really identify with the whole values that are shared in Disney movies, so I would say my palate is quite unique. Yes.
Unique palate.
Unique
I mean,
palate,
Disney movies as
yeah, they take a special taste. Not everyone likes Disney movies.
No. But it's, as a Disney adult, I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of childhood memories.
Yes. I also just really like the consumerism. That's why I am here to consume other people too. Yes.
Well, I must say, as someone who had a very difficult childhood, while it might not always be the most magical memories, I do have what I feel is quite a strong relationship with my inner child, shall we say. And I think if you were to sample some of my meat...
Oh, do you have samples?
Oh, yes, of course. As you can see, I'm missing a few fingers. So they'll come out. I'll have the waiter bring them. Yes, please bring them out.
Oh, that's
As you can see, they're skewered.
Yes.
They pull out the bone and just stick
put
a
a
skewer in. Yeah.
Sure, it seems effective. I'm glad I don't have to chew on bone.
No, please have a nibble.
That's quite a good finger.
Thank you. I took guitar lessons for a number of months to make sure they had the right elasticity for the skewering.
Do you eat the nail?
I'm not a fan myself, too salty. But
Salty?
some do.
I just... It's crunchy.
Crunchy,
I
yes.
like it.
Chewy,
Yes,
crunchy nails, yes.
Yeah. Quite nice. Do you want your
I actually have edible polish on them.
Oh, yeah. That's the salty part.
Yes.
Do you want your skewer back?
No, I prefer not to sample myself, as they say.
As they say. Yes, of course. So I really didn't like that, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you still got some fingers left for
Yeah, I do.
other people,
I was
so...
very ready to come have the butcher out and remove my left leg, but
I'm sorry.
I guess I'll just have to save myself for another customer.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, perhaps you could tell me more about what you are looking for, and maybe I can recommend one of my colleagues.
You know...
Do you like a supple, intelligent meat, or do you prefer a thick, hearty, redneck flavor?
I just would love someone who's less traumatized.
Less traumatized.
Yes, you know
okay.
how it is.
Well, let me call over my friend Timmy.
Oh, yes.
He was raised by very rich parents.
Oh, how did he end up here?
Oh, he just has a thing for being eaten.
Yeah, heard of that.
Timmy. Oh, hello there. New potential customer. I'm Timmy. Pleasure to meet you.
Next. Too happy.
I get this a lot. People think because I have a high voice that I won't taste very good, but actually it just doesn't really affect it at all.
I mean, you're still here. How good can you be?
Don't worry, I'll get lost to me. All right, let's bring over one more. How about this is Gregory.
Oh, Gregory.
He was raised by wolves.
How was that for him?
Not traumatizing, just different.
That sounds promising. Oh. Sure, do you have a sample?
Yes, please take one of his feet. As you can see, the nails are not so groomed. Wolves are not so good at self-keeping.
I see.
So if you would like a...
That's quite an acquired taste.
Yeah, untraumatized, very raw flavor. Yeah. Gregory might be the one for you.
Actually not bad.
He only speaks wolf. To be perfectly honest, he's quite hard to sell because nobody can communicate with him.
I don't mind. I don't understand most Disney movies either. I just,
I think he's asking if you would like to...
I think I'll take him. Yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yes.
Then I'll have the butcher come in and remove his legs right now.
Sure. That's just what Walt Disney would have wanted.
Right. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, madam. Shame I couldn't be to your taste, but I'm glad you found something you liked.
Yes, good luck with being eaten.
Thank you. I will keep trying my best. Maybe one day I'll be inside somebody.
Don't we all just want to be
That's
inside
what we all want. We all just want to be
point.
inside somebody. Scene.
Sure. Whatever.
Just trying to make it like not too filled with metaphors and jokes about eating someone's meat.
Is there a Disney movie with wolves?
Good question.
There isn't.
Lady and the Tramp is dogs.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot with dogs. With wolves specifically, maybe not.
Why? Why not?
I don't know.
What's Walt Disney's problem with wolves? Are they too wild? Do they taste too good?
Yeah, I mean, they covered a lot of other animals. Frogs, lions. Lions are kind of like the wolves of cats.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they are.
You're wrong, but not wrong enough for me to argue, so I'll just say sure.
Yes, absolutely. There's Wolfwalkers, but it's not by Disney. It's a really good movie, actually. Yeah.
I am not familiar.
It's Apple TV only, so. Okay,
so,
anyway.
Speaking of the future of the exhibition, Miss Van Duysen said, I'm worried, though, about the people who will still be eating the sausages in the coming weeks, because I don't think the heat of the past few days is really conducive to the quality.
Oh, geez.
I don't know if it's so healthy, to be honest. Asked why she had chosen to transform the snack into art, Miss Van Duysen told The Telegraph, why not? I had been playing with the idea of making candles in the shape of dried sausages for a while. That idea grew a bit bigger, and now there is an entire exhibition around it. The artist said, dry sausage has played a pleasant role in my entire life. I used to be mainly an enthusiast, but I eventually let myself become obsessed with it for a year. Being able to create with your hands is simply blissful, she added, after revealing she had made the sausages herself at a local butcher. From sawing a pig carcass in half to turning it into dry sausage, I was allowed to take the entire process into my own hands. Then I incorporated those sausages into a fly screen made of dry sausages.
I think she just wanted to make some sausages.
I think
that's the whole thing behind that.
I think it's...
Like, she didn't even want to have that art exhibition.
Kind of took the old Like, did your parents like always tell you like don't play with your food?
Yeah.
She
course.
clearly like held on to a grudge from when
Yeah.
her parents told her that and was like, no, I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna play with it way harder than anyone has ever played with food before.
I think it's very morbid that it's with sausages too. Like she could have used any other food and she chose sausages.
I mean, you gotta play with your passion, I guess.
You gotta play with your sausage.
You gotta play with your sausage. And I mean, I guess, to be fair, as far as foods that seem fun to play with, sausage would be pretty high on the list, I guess.
I mean, sure.
Because like shape-wise, I feel like it's a good playing shape, but also there's some flexibility there compared to like a cucumber. Like a cucumber is like a similar shape, but it's not very flexible. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like
there's nothing really similar to a sausage, yeah.
If I was gonna make structural food art, sausage wouldn't be a bad choice.
That's true. Especially dried sausage.
Yeah. Although I guess dry sausage is a little bit less flexible.
What did the comments say? Is there any comments?
There is. Art critics love to claim the artist's emotional state or thought process while creating each piece, believing that the art contains an insight into the artists themselves. They wouldn't have a clue what's going on in the head of this one.
I don't know.
I think...
It's modern art.
I think I have an insight into what's going on in their head.
Yeah, I think so too. I
think it's just
too.
sausage,
Yes.
sausage.
Just average German person.
Sausage, schnitzel, sausage,
bread.
Beer, bread. Next comment. I used to work at... Oh, and it's a typo. I used to work at one of the largest art galleries in Yorkshire.
She used to work at the largest art galleries.
Working that sausage at the largest art gallery. You would not believe some of the shit that passes for art. Screwed up paper in waste bin, which the cleaner threw out.
I mean, sure.
That's quite funny, though. The cleaner literally throwing it out because they didn't realize it was an art piece.
It's kind of artsy, too. Like, art is in the eye of the beholder. And if
that's
it's
true,
trash,
but then also, I guess, the fact that happened potentially makes it a more interesting piece of art.
It does, yeah. It still is a piece of art, though.
Yeah. What if you were to make a weird avant-garde, like, if you were just like, I'm gonna make like the most ridiculous installation art piece I could possibly make that people would come in and be like, this is dumb, what would you make?
I don't think I'm supposed to think about that. I'm just supposed to do it. Like,
just supposed to do it?
Yes, I think I would just take like the fruit counter from a supermarket and put it on display.
The fruit counter?
Yes, but instead of the fruit, I would put cotton swabs.
Okay. Wait, what is the fruit? Are you talking like the scale to weigh the fruit?
No, there's like the baskets where the fruit is in.
Oh, okay. You're talking like the stalls where they keep the fruit. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yes. And I would replace the fruits with random ass things. And I would let people question what I meant by that when the only thing I wanted to do was do something totally random.
There's a really famous comic, I think it's from the New Yorker, and it's a picture of, like, the comic, it's like a single panel comic, and it's a cow, and then in front of the cow is a bench, and it's just got, like, some random weird-looking tools on it, and then underneath it just says cow tools. And the comic basically got really famous because everyone was like,
what do
the cow tools mean? These weird things. One of them is like half a shovel. Like, how would a cow use this? What was the artist trying to say? And then they interviewed him and he was just like, I don't know, I just drew some weird stuff.
I would do that. Yeah, I see myself there, actually. And I would love to see what interpretations people come up with.
Exactly.
Because I feel like that, honestly, is the art we create the thing we do, or is it happening in the minds of other people?
That's next level.
I don't know if it is.
I do quite like the idea and the art of, like, just when someone like takes a thing that shouldn't be in a place and or like takes a thing from the place that it's supposed to be in and puts it in a place where it's kind of not supposed to be there.
What would you do?
That's a good question. I would take a refrigerator and fill it up with things that with sand. Yeah, sand. I like that. I take a refrigerator and fill it up with sand.
Said sausages, but sand is good too.
And then like, but you don't know that it's filled with sand until you open it, and then the sand all just like pours out.
It's Schrodinger's refrigerator.
Yeah, I guess so. Except that it just looks like a normal fridge.
Yes.
And then the installation would be in a place where a fridge is supposed to be.
Oh.
So it's almost less of an art installation and more of a prank, where someone goes to open a fridge thinking it's a normal fridge, and then they just get like hit with a bunch of sand.
Oh, they should do that at Last One Laughing.
That would be
That
pretty
would be
funny.
amazing.
So yeah, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, and then I guess I would film it and put it on a prank show and just come out and be like, "Ha! You just got sand fridged."
I was about to say sand fridge. Ain't nothing like a good sand fridge.
Nothing like a good sand fridge. And then the guy would be like, or the girl would be like, "Oh no, I got sand fridged again."
And then it would be like this massive banner just popping up with sound and like sand fridge.
Yeah, the DJ horn.
Yes, you just
Sand
got
fridged.
sand fridged. Yes, I can see
All right,
that.
I think we're gonna do one more short scene to finish up.
Do you have idea? Idea?
Do I have idea?
Do
Is there
I have
anything we've
idea?
talked about that's inspired you?
I don't know. I'm just art could be anything.
Art could be anything. Well, then maybe we're two artists discussing our next project.
Oh yes, of course. So, did you recently see the giant pigeon in front of our house?
I did. That pigeon is so fat.
Right, I love it. We should do an art piece out of that pigeon.
We should definitely. That pigeon is fatter than the children of a single mother.
It is absolutely fatter than the children of a single mother. Yeah.
What if we just left the pigeon there to live its life? That is the art.
But how will people see the pigeon?
People will see the pigeon when the pigeon appears before them, much like the pigeon appeared before us. The art is in the eye of the beholder, and the pigeon is in the eye of the person
But
looking
there will
at
be
it.
so many people not seeing the pigeon. I want the pigeon to be seen by so many more people.
Well, we could set up a live stream.
We should set up a live
Put a
stream.
camera in front of our house, and then every time that pigeon appears, people will be able to see the pigeon. And we will call it the live stream of our house that sometimes has a fat pigeon.
That seems very good for searching machines. Yeah, I think many people.
I
would
think a
see
lot
the
of people are
pigeon.
searching
Yeah.
that specific search term.
I think so too.
Many people out there Googling
Yeah.
live streams of houses that sometimes have a fat pigeon and just not getting the results that they're looking for.
But do you think it's fat enough?
Well, how would you suggest we deal with a pigeon that's quite fat but perhaps not fat enough?
I
We
feel.
could feed it more.
I feel like we shouldn't do that.
We
Maybe-
shouldn't feed it?
No.
You
that
don't want to
seems-
overfeed the pigeon like
Yes.
a frogwa goose?
It seems cruel. It doesn't seem fair towards the pigeon.
What if we made the pigeon rather than fatter but simply larger by putting inside it another smaller pigeon?
That doesn't seem.
Inside of which is another smaller pigeon, inside of which is another smaller pigeon, and then finally a fifth smaller pigeon.
How are we supposed to do that?
Well, we start by finding a really small pigeon, then find a slightly large pigeon and put the smaller one inside the larger one through, I'm going to say, some form of force.
I don't know if we can live stream that.
Oh, no, we don't live stream. That would be disgusting
Would
and
you
terrible
just-
and awful.
Would you just live stream the end product?
Yes, exactly.
Do you think it will still move?
You don't display art before it's ready.
That's true. That's true. Except the process is the
Process. The process.
Yes, of stuffing a pigeon into
is
another pigeon
for
into
us.
another pigeon. Oh.
That is our little secret. We will be the 2 Matroska pigeon people. That will be our name. Also very good for SEO. And people will be like, why are they called the Matroska pigeon people? And where did they find a pigeon so large?
The MPP.
The MPP.
The MPP.
No one will make the connection that the reason the pigeon is so large is because it's stuffed with a pigeon that
And
was stuffed
another
with a smaller
pigeon.
pigeon that was stuffed with a smaller
Yeah.
pigeon before finally being stuffed with a 5th smaller pigeon.
You know what? We should sell the pigeon. Once it's stuffed, of course. Once it's stuffed.
Sell the pigeon.
And then as soon
You're a genius. I might have the creative mind, but you...
I'm not done yet. We should go to an auction and just set the pigeon up on a table there. And as soon as it's sold, we'll just drop something very heavy.
I love it. So, we take a small pigeon, stuff it into a larger pigeon, stuff that into a larger pigeon, stuff that into a larger pigeon, then stuff that into the fat pigeon on our porch.
Yes.
Then we put it in an art gallery with an
Yes.
absolutely incredible price tag.
Yes.
Absurdly high amount.
Yes.
And as soon as someone comes up to buy the pigeon, we drop a fridge full of sand on them.
I think that's a great idea.
my
We'll make so much
We are so creative.
with the MPP.
With the MPP, baby. Scene.
It's inspired by Banksy,
Inspired by Banksy.
who shredded his.
Just, wow, this pigeon is so expensive. I'm going to buy it. Oh, no, I just got sandwiched.
Not the sandwich.
Not the
The
sandwich.
pigeon got sandwiched real
Yeah.
hard.
Everything gets sandwiched.
Oh, I feel bad for the pigeon. And the smaller pigeon, and the smaller pigeon, and the smaller pigeon
Like-
inside of that.
It's kind of like a turducken if it was only pigeons.
We could use some kind of force. I don't know if we should, but if you say so, sure, let's drop a fridge full of sand on it afterwards. Can't get any worse than that anyway.
I couldn't think of any method other than force. Really long dramatic pause for a very non-dramatic
We should
answer.
use force. But you're right. We shouldn't. Let's not do that. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No animals were harmed in the making of this.
No. And if we were to do it, we would make sure that all the pigeons were hand hunted and eaten so that nothing goes to waste.
Isn't there
bones
like-
and all?
Isn't there a meal that's like a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken, stuffed with a quail?
I don't know about a quail, but turducken is...
Turducken,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
It's-
meant by
it's like
a
that.
turducken that's only pigeons.
Oh, you said that. I was like,
But
what's
yeah,
that?
I think you probably could get a quail in there as well. And then I guess you could probably get the turkey inside an emu if you wanted to go to 5 layers.
R.
Or an ostrich.
Yes, that was my question. Could you get an emu inside an ostrich?
That would be pretty tricky. They're pretty similar size.
But you could get an emu inside an ostrich. If it was a really small emu.
A baby maybe. But I don't know if... Because I'm trying to think if there's like a middle point between turkey and ostrich. Because ostriches are pretty big. Turkeys
Eagle.
are like... Oh, eagle.
I don't know if eagle... Yeah, they're bigger.
There's
They can
probably-
be very big.
There's probably also birds bigger than an ostrich as well.
Do you think so?
It's like... I
An
don't know.
elephant.
There's definitely birds that have like gigantic wingspans, like the California condor.
Yes, but you can't stuff something inside a wingspan.
But that's the thing, yeah. I'm not sure how big the body itself is. Or whether it's just big wings, small body. Whereas an ostrich is big body, small wings.
Isn't the ostrich like the biggest bird on Earth?
It could be. I don't know. I don't actually know what the biggest bird on Earth is.
Elephants.
If it's Dumbo, Disney adult.
He's an elephant. There's no wolves in Disney movies.
We're gonna make one. We're gonna make the first Wolf Disney movie.
I don't want to
Wolf
be part
Disney.
of a Disney.
Wolf Disney.
There aren't any Wolf Disney movies because
Somebody make fan art of Wolf Disney.
because it's been Walt Disney's persona all along, and he didn't have the rights. He didn't
Inside
want
of
to
him,
give up
there
the
are two
rights.
wolves.
Wolf Disney
Wolf
and
Disney and Fido.
and Fred.
And Fred, yeah. Wolf
Fred
Disney
the
and
wolf.
Fred the Wolf. All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News. Tune in next week for more.